Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. Today we're talking about that
RAS.
RAS. What is the RAS, right?
What's RAS?
What does RAS stand for?
Have I heard the word?
Does RAS make me rich?
Do I have RAS?
Oh my god.
What is RAS?
Please make sure that you like, subscribe, share, and comment. Hope you love our content. Love hearing from you.
RAS.
Nongwell. We told you that we're coming to you with the RAS, right?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
R,
yeah.
the A, the S, right? That stands for reticular activating system.
So now
right?
where do I find the RAS within
The RAS is everywhere in your brain, right?
Where's it
But
test?
it's most of the time in your brain, right?
Okay.
Not most of the time, it's always in your brain.
Okay.
So now what happens is that the RAS makes things that are not important,
Okay.
actually it dims them, right? And it brings forward to you what is really important to your mind, right?
Okay.
So
at that
now,
particular point in
at
time.
that particular point in time. So now I wear this shirt.
Okay. It's quite
on
a busy.
purpose,
It's quite
right?
a busy one.
It's really busy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So now, once I start telling you about the color red, did you notice how the red pops out?
I mean, you even notice that mine is reddest.
Oh my god, I didn't see that you're wearing a red shirt, right? But now once I start talking about the blue, the red really fades away and
yeah.
the blue comes forth.
Of course,
right?
of
So now
course.
that's what the reticular activating system does, right?
Okay.
It actually highlights the important things that are really important to you at that particular point in time.
Can we use the binocular example?
How so?
For instance, now if I'm looking, maybe let's say we're looking on a site and then we're using binoculars.
Okay.
If I am looking for a particular item at that particular point in time, it will, and it's not really that busy, the environment is not that busy,
Okay.
I will see it, and then the rest will actually fade away.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly that. So now with your reticular activative system, how do we actually link that with non-wealth, right?
Okay.
Powerful information that
Quite
we're always
interesting.
giving it to you,
I'm
right?
intrigued.
So now
we need to know.
your reticular activative system, right? It's the things that you feed your mind, right? That you'd be actually be aware of, right? So now say for instance, there's always this billboard that you always pass through, right? But now once someone said or talked about something that is actually linked to what you're actually looking at, it actually becomes more, it stands out more.
True.
Right? So now if there was a company that you didn't know about, right? So a few years back, non-wealth didn't exist, right? Now it exists.
Okay.
So now every time you see a particular red color and you think of non-wealth, right? When you think about something.
Of course. Can I give you an example?
Yeah, sure.
We once were looking for a bed with my cousin. We're looking to buy a bed, and then we've always passed this particular street. We use that street. It's a common street that we're using. But now only to find out after we purchased the bed, and then we saw that advertisement of, wait a minute, we should have seen there was a special for beds. But then before the whole time, we were not noticing that there's a big board that they're selling beds for sale.
Correct.
Only notice after.
Correct.
Yeah.
So now that's what the brain does. It actually dims the things that are not really important and it brings forth the things that are important, right? So now, if you're always feeding your brain with things that are actually talking about money, things that are actually talking about wealth, things that are actually talking about you improving yourself, right? Guess what comes forth, right? The things that are actually going to improve your mind. I think like YouTube recently done that. Not recently, but it actually does that really well, right? So now what happens if you did not notice? It's a tongue twister. If you did not notice, right? What YouTube does is that it looks at your searches, right? And then it gives you content that you're always looking at, right? So now if I log into my Gmail, right, and search on YouTube, right, not even search, my homepage on my YouTube, right, it would actually bring forth the things that I actually watch the most, right? If you, sir, right, open up your YouTube onto your Gmail, right, it would actually bring forth the things that you're actually looking at most of the time. So now if you're always looking at jokes, that's what you'd get, jokes, right? If you're always looking at powerful things that are mind-changing, right?
Just like
That's what
this.
you'll actually get, right? So now, as far as building wealth with your reticular activative system, right? This is when you actually become or you actually get to see opportunity when it did not exist, right? So now it's just one of those things whereby you're actually sitting, right? Sometimes you see that, okay, there is no opportunities. But now once you start learning about more things within that particular industry of yours, right? That's when you actually see more of opportunity within that particular place.
It is now clear that RAS happens within the mind. So to simplify the explanation of RAS in its simplest form is that we need to know that RAS just focuses on whatever that is important at that particular point in time. Hence, we provided the binocular view. We have binoculars. So in this context, linking RAS with wealth, we're speaking about focusing on opportunities. So now we're focusing on how can we take advantage of the environment? How can we take advantage of the economy? Instead of feeding our brains with too many problems. Because now what happens is that if we feed our brains with problems, we'll be looking for problems. So no more problems will be coming. More problems will be coming. However, instead, if we focus on opportunities and shortfalls within the market, that's when we can occupy them and take advantage using what? The RAS. Hence, the RAS can work to our benefit, not only as entrepreneurs, but also as employees. I mean, as an employee, you can see that, okay, this organization it's lacking maybe this particular skill, or it's lacking this. Then you equip yourself, and then that's how you can climb the corporate ladder. So that is RAS according to me.
Okay, so now with RAS, the most important part is to be aware, right? I feel like that's the ground part, that's the foundation part. It's actually to be aware of your thoughts. If you're thinking of negative thoughts, or are you thinking of positive thoughts? If you're thinking of opportunity, or you think of lack of opportunity. Because now once you start thinking about the lack of opportunity, guess what's going to pop out?
No opportunities at all.
Oh yeah. But now once you start thinking about opportunity, right?
Guess what's going to pop
Opportunity
out?
comes once after another, right? It's like having two different individuals, right? One individual, they jumping from one job to another, right? They have no problem with jobs, right? But now the next individual, they've been sitting for years.
Of course.
For years.
Complaining.
Right? Complaining, right? Having those negative thoughts that there is no job, nobody's going to hire me.
Nothing's going
right?
to change.
We're in a recession, man. Nobody's going to hire me,
True.
right? There's problems everywhere. But now when you're looking at person A, right, they're always getting a job.
True.
So now that's what the RAS does for you. So now, what are the benefits of having RAS?
I mean, looking at RAS, we're living in the same economy. If I can give you a practical example, some people are saying that recession is coming. Some people are saying that we are in a recession. But now, some people will actually gain a competitive advantage within a recession.
Yes.
Some businesses will be made within a recession.
Right.
Some millionaires will be made within a recession.
Some billionaires.
Will be made within a recession. Now, what sets them apart?
Because it's the same economy.
It's the same economy.
Yes.
It is one of the major things we can guarantee you for sure is the RAS. So now we need to equip our RAS system so that it becomes so potent, it becomes so strong that even if we're in an environment that's not enabling, we can still identify opportunities.
That's really, really important, right? So now when we're talking about the benefits of the R, the A, and the S, right? It's like looking at this shirt, right? Going back to this shirt, and I'm saying that for every block of white that you see, right, it gets to like 10,000, right? You'd be really hungry to like look at those blocks, right? So now same thing that happens within the economy, right? Once you start feeding yourself, feeding your brain with the different types of ways that you can actually get money, right? Which will make you happy, right? That's when you can actually see where opportunity is and where opportunity is not, right? So now while you training that muscle, right? While you're training that RSA, right? You actually become more faster in identifying a a opportunity and actually acting upon that particular opportunity.
Guys, the RAS is just like gravity. Whether you like it or not, it is there.
It exists.
Whether I like it or not that there's gravity, or I do know or I don't know that there's gravity, gravity is there.
It exists.
The RAS is there. So now after this video, the reason why we did this video was to increase awareness that we have behavioral patterns. We have system patterns that are actually happening upstairs here. And it's important that we recognize these system patterns and we use them to our advantage. And the RAS is one of them.
Okay, so that was it with RSA.
RAS. RAS.
Hope you really enjoyed the video today.
And hope you guys know that the RAS is like gravity. It exists whether you like it or not. And it's up to you if you're going to use it to your advantage or you're going to sleep on it.
So what are you seeing? Are you seeing opportunities? Or are you seeing lack of opportunities?
Are you seeing problems?
Or are you seeing solutions?
It's up to you on where to focus on.
Totally up to you. This is Donwell Lebu.
Now signing out. RAS.